Be sure to follow Wager Detective on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok.
Hello and good day, folks. This is Wager Detective here. We're going to cap this Arizona Diamondbacks versus Boston Red Sox game. Today is August 18th, 2026. The Diamondbacks are plus 152. The Red Sox coming back at 166. The over-under is set at 7.5. Juice to the over in this game. When we look at this Arizona Diamondbacks team, they're 66-60, 9 games back. Pretty solid team, 30-33 on the road this year. Not a bad team, looking to try to make the playoffs here. So Arizona, not bad, 6 games above 500. They're plus 8 run differential in the year. They've lost their last 2 games. They're 5-5 in their last 10 games. They got about a 39.6 chance to make the playoffs, according to ESPN. So solid team. The run differential, not as good as like a team like the Dodgers, as you see there, or the Cubs or Milwaukee. They're led by Kettle Marte. Moreno's leading the team in batting average. Marte leading the team in doubles. Marte, just a solid player for them. You look at them, Carroll, Perdomo, Arenado, Moreno, very, very good. Guys like Tawa and Waldschmidt, great utility guys. They can plug in at any time. I like this lineup, solid team. And if we look at what they've done in their last 9, they are 4-5 in their last 9 games. They took 2 out of 3 from the Braves, and then they lost yesterday to Boston, got thumped 1-11. Lost to Atlanta before that. So they're in the middle of this road trip here, but looking pretty solid in their last 9. Had trouble against Colorado, but did take 2 or 3 from the Braves. If we look at what they've done in their last 9 games, the Diamondbacks are 4-5 plus 4 run differential. They're scoring 4 runs a game to 3.5 for their opponents. They're batting .244 in their last 9 with a 1.65 runners in scoring position average. And if we look at their last 3 games, they're only batting .225 and .240 with runners in scoring position. So not enough offense, and you can see why they're not winning games. But even though they're 4-5 over the last 9, they're still plus 4 run differential. So they are a scoring threat. They have talent in that lineup. And we'll see what they can do after getting thumped yesterday by the Red Sox. But this is a solid team. They're going to make the playoffs. In my opinion, they just want to finish up strong. But last 9, 165 with runners in scoring position. Not going to get it done. But 240 over their last 3 runners scoring position. In the road splits, 30-33 on the year, scoring 4.3 runs a game, 8 hits a game. They're batting .236 on the road this year, 31% on base percentage, and a .684 OPS. So run production solid, hits per game solid on the road, but the power is really not there. In 66 games, they do have 59 home runs. So in night games this year, they're 42-37, scoring 4.6 runs a game, 8.28 hits. The home runs jump up under the lights to 1 home run a game. .245 batting average in night games this year. They're getting on base 32% of the time in night games, and the OPS goes up to .722 OPS in night games this year. So all metrics looking like in the night they're good. Left-handed pitching, they're going to see Ranger Suarez in 108 games played against left-handed pitching. They're getting 1.53 runs per game, 2.85 hits per game. They got a 34% on-base percentage against left-handed pitching, a .445 slug, and the .786 OPS. So against left-handed pitching, more productive, posting its strongest batting average, OPP, slug, and OPS among these 3 splits between road and night and left-hand pitching. Since July, they are 23-18, scoring 5 runs a game. They're hitting 1.12 home runs a game since July. Batting average jumps up to .253, OPS .749. So Arizona has been in a solid form since July. Again, 5 runs a game with a .253 batting average, and getting on base 33% since July. So it's going to be interesting here, because when I looked at Suarez's stats, it's not necessarily that he's having the greatest of years. And let's get into Ranger Suarez. That's who we'll see tonight. Left-hander, 30 years old, 4-3 this year with a 3.25 ERA. He does have 110 strikeouts with a 1.19 WHIP. You look at him, pretty solid. 2026, he's got 108 innings pitched. He's given up 8 hits a game with a 3.25 ERA. He's given up a half home run per 9. He's only given up 6 home runs in the 2026 season. And if we look at the strikeouts, they are there. His last 5 starts, his team is 4-1. Team scoring 7.6 runs a game to 5.4 runs against. The Red Sox are plus 11 run differential in Suarez's last 5 starts, where he has a 19 and a third innings pitched, 11 hits a game, 4.66 ERA. He's striking out 8.38 batters per nine. The wins came against the White Sox, Dodgers, Blue Jays, and Angels. The loss came against the Blue Jays. His last outing, which was 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, 1 earned run, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. So they're scoring for him, but they're also giving up runs when Suarez does start. But the Red Sox are 4-1 in Suarez's last 5 starts. Pretty solid. But the hits are concerning, and outside of that, he's looking pretty good. Home starts, 10 game starts. He's got a 1-2 record, 49 innings pitched. He's given up 8 hits a game at home this year with a 3.86 ERA. He's striking out 9 batters per 9, and teams are hitting .238 against him in his home starts this year in 49 innings pitched. The ERA is solid. The walks 2.76 solid. When we look at the standings for Boston, they are 67-58 on the year. They are 30-31 at home. This team has made a push since July. They're absolutely playing fantastic. You look at them, they're plus 91 run differential. They're 3-7 though in their last 10, and they got a 94% chance to make the playoffs this year according to ESPN. So when we look at this team, they're looking solid. They're playing great since July, plus 91 run differential. And look what they're led by. Rafaela leading the team in batting average, 288. Contreras leading the team in home runs with 25 and RBIs with 73. And we look at this team. I love Rafaela, Abreu, Duran, Durbin, a hidden gem in that lineup. Contreras, obviously. Yoshida's starting to step along. Monasterio's good. I like Navarez. Wong, the catcher, not bad either. We look at them in their last 9. They are 3-6. They got swept by Toronto. Or no, they lost 3 out of 4 to Toronto and then lost 2 out of 3 at Pittsburgh. Then came back home yesterday, played Arizona, thumped them. So not good in their last 9, but when we get into this, we'll see what they're doing as far as the plus-minus run differential. But 3-6 in their last 9. Toronto gave them a bit of a problem there. And then they're just cooling off in their last 9, but this team's still dangerous. Even though they're 3-6 in their last 9, they're plus 6 run differential. They're scoring 4.4 runs a game to 3.78 against. In their last 9, they're batting .254. With runners in scoring position in their last 9, they're batting .227. But in their last 3 games, they are batting .286 and .290 average with runners in scoring position in their last 3 games. So if you go through their last 9, solid batting average, not so on the wrist. But if you look at the last 3, they're heating up both in average and with runners in scoring position. So very solid for them. Red Sox at home this year, they are 30-31. They're scoring 4.41 runs a game with 8.3 hits. They got a .253 batting average at home this year with a 726 OPS, and their slug is .405. All those metrics pretty solid. A lot of those wins, I guess, after the All-Star break were coming on the road. They went on a big run. So they're going to want to get a little bit more solid at home. Now, against right-handed pitching, which they'll see in Merrill Kelly, they do have they're scoring 3.08 runs per game, 6 hits per game. They're batting .246 against right-handed pitching with a 711 OPS. So their offense has been slightly stronger than its overall production. This lineup has posted a 711 again OPS against right-handed pitching. And if we look at them since July, look at this, 30-11 record, 8.8 hits a game, 1.3 home runs per 9. They're batting .264 since July with a 791 OPS. This is just a dangerous team, a dangerous lineup. I like some of their pitching on this team. They got a great closer in Chapman. This team is gearing up. If they can stay solid, if that wasn't just a fugazi little run, I don't think you could say that, because since July, 30-11 for the Red Sox since July. If we look at Merrill Kelly, that's who we'll be facing. 8-10 record this year with a 5.11 ERA, 82 strikeouts with a 1.48 WHIP, not solid. 37-year-old Merrill Kelly's been around, but not a great record. 8-10 this year again with a 5.11 ERA. When we look at him this year, he's given up 9.5 hits per 9, a 5.11 ERA. He's given up 1.8 home runs per 9. He's given up 25 home runs in 125 innings pitched. The walks, look at that, 3.82 per 9, and his WHIP is 1.48 on the season. Just giving up a lot of home runs, and the walks are elevated. That could be dangerous against a team like the Red Sox, who are going to try to get back on track. Even though they're 3-6 last 9, they still got a good plus run differential. Merrill Kelly, last 5 outings, 2-3 record. His team is. They're scoring 5 runs a game to 4.4 against. When we look at Kelly, 26.1 innings pitched in his last 5 outings. giving up 8.5 hits per nine, 4.78 ERA. He's given up 1.4 home runs per nine, only striking out 7 batters per nine. In his last 5 outings, the wins did come against the Dodgers and Athletics. The losses came against the Rockies, Guardians, and Pirates. His last outing was a loss, I believe, versus the Rockies was a loss. 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, 6 earned runs, 2 home runs, 3 walks, and 2 Ks. So the home runs are a problem in his last outing. And the walks, again, 3 walks and 5 innings pitched. That could be a danger against this Red Sox team. When we run Merrill Kelly home versus road, he's going to be on the road here. His numbers get much better. Look at the ERA, 4.27 on the road to 6.24 at home. And if we look at what he's done as far as the walks go up slightly and the Ks go down slightly. Teams are batting .260 against him on the road this year. He does have a 4-6 record in 12 game starts on the road this year. But the hits are a problem. The ERA gets better, and he's still giving up a 1.38 home runs per nine. But the numbers get consistently better on the road all around when he has been on the road this year. But you know, the walks seem to be a problem. The home runs are definitely a problem. But the home runs get a little bit better there on the road. When we look at this last 9, we size it up side by side. The Diamondbacks are 3-6, or 6-3 in their last 9, and then it jumps to the last 3. We look at the Red Sox batting .290 in their last 3 games, whereas the Diamondbacks batting .240 with runners in scoring position. And we look at the average, Red Sox .286 batting average over their last 3 games, whereas the Diamondbacks .225. When we get into the bullpens, we look at these guys. Arizona's got the 18th best bullpen in baseball, 4.19 ERA. Little pitched yesterday, 86 pitches. He was the only one that pitched yesterday. And then Garcia is fresh, Losiaga's fresh, Ginkel is fresh. All those guys were off yesterday. Even though Garcia does have a 6.77 ERA this week. These are all last week's numbers, so very interesting there. And then when we take a look at what Boston's done as we get into this, see what we got going. Led by Chapman. Chapman had off yesterday. Bello had 76 pitches yesterday. Weissert had 13 pitches. Gamboa had 14 pitches. Out of the bullpen, you're probably going to see Guerrero, who had off yesterday, and Miller, who had off yesterday. Both those guys will come in to set up Arnoldus Chapman. If it does come down to a late game where it's close, I expect Guerrero or Miller in first out of the bullpen, and then they'll bring Chapman in. He hasn't pitched since the 15th, so he's super fresh going into this game. If I'm looking at this game, guys, this is a tough cap, but I think you got to lean the Red Sox. I don't like going that way because it is a little bit of a chalky play. Is there value there? I don't know. But when we look at this game, you look at the Red Sox, they're -166, and the Diamondbacks are +152. The over-under is 7.5 juice to the over. I do like the over here, really, really much so. I definitely think this game gets over. So that's going to be Wager Detective's call here. I'm calling over the 7.5, and I do think the Red Sox win this game. You could take a chance with them on -1.5. If you get -1, you could take that as well. But that's my call here. Wager Detective, August 18th, 2026, calling the Boston Red Sox to win this game. -166 money line. And then the game to go over 7.5 at -120. This is Wager Detective. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate and love all my fans out there. Subscribe, like, and share this video. And I will talk to you soon. I love all my fans, present and future. And I'll talk to you soon. Go Red Sox and go over 7.5.
In breaking news, Wager Detective is emerging as the next big thing, thanks to his incredible sports betting analytical skills.